And now we're gonna look at some god-awful history. Yes, it's about me from LittleBigPlanet 2. Now I don't have a film thingy that'll allow me to videotape on the PS3. I just use the PS4 share. So really all you've seen from me are my cars on LittleBigPlanet 3. Now, I don't remember from early cars, probably all the way back from I have no idea what I called it. I think it was called LBP. Oh! Anyway, you'll remember the original, the very, very, very original LBP trailer. You probably remember this car. Now, to remember this, I believe this was my very first... I think it was my very first video was a trailer to this. Either that or the Tickford XR8 engine sound. One of those was my very first. And this was it LBP? I don't know. And this was the first car. This was the car bought. It was the car used. And this was back when using the PlayStation, the PS4i, which is god frickin' awful for LittleBigPlanet. As you can tell, it distorts the heck out of the cars. Oh, shoot, I kinda just gave a sneak peek at what this video contains. Anyway, trust me, nowadays I look back at this as awful. Yeah, I kinda took a little gander back at what LittleBigPlanet 2 looked like. So I brought some LittleBigPlanet 2 back with me. Now, sadly, because the history pack isn't available, well, you know what. Anyway, I'm just gonna back this up. Oh dear. Yeah, the size is quite different. Very much different. Now, here's the thing. Back in LittleBigPlanet 2, we didn't have the availability of the note to be able to tell speeds. So we had no clue what it was. Alright, let's take a look at my old shifting system. Now trust me guys, this is absolutely god-awful. Now, what would you like to guess is the depictor for the gears? If you said over here, you're right. And I'm sad to say that, because that's very true. Oh boy. Okay, how did I do gears originally? Well, I didn't think, I just did, that by supposedly guessing the times that each gear would be, would depict that. And as you can see, something by the resetter, yeah, the resetter, this is a we're going back here. Anyway, pretty much no matter where you'd be on a gear, even in last gear, which lasts according to this, 8 seconds for last gear, even if you let it go and your speed doesn't really change, this completely resets, so your RPMs drop all the way to 0. 0 RPMs and then climb up. Because this system isn't based on this, so it starts at 0 RPMs, shift all the way back to 0 RPMs, shift, 0, and you get the rest. Now this system only had 5 gears, so making a Veyron, which I think I might have made, with only 5 gears. And remember guys, this was back then when a quarter mile is the only area we had to work with. So yeah, wait, some of the stuff I don't even remember how it all worked. I know this would be telling you what gear you're in, this is neutral, no frickin' clue what this is. Honestly, no clue what most of this is. What's the emitter? Is this it is nitrous. Oh yeah, I forgot X is nitrous in this. Anyway, we're gonna take down god-awful road and see how fast this goes. Alright. Remember, nothing is depicting the speeds really. And also, there's no tachometer, so you don't... Yeah, that wonderful RPM setting. Alright, here we go. Look at those spinning hubcaps. Alright, 90 miles an hour. VTEC just kicked in, yo! Power! This is where the BS comes in. 170, 180, 190, 200, 210! And it looks like we're not going anywhere faster than 210. Shit! Alright, so this was a car that would have been Tier 1 if I had made a drag racer back in LittleBigPlanet 2. Tier 1, and it was able to do 210 miles an hour. Let alone pack some extreme VTEC at the end. So, could only imagine what higher tiers would have done. But because the history pack's not available, this was, I believe, the only one available. I mean, goodness, even my cars that came before this Mustang aren't even available from history. You know how much I want this? Like, just now? Even though I can just take a picture and make it now? Anyway, the ones that don't have this, I don't even know about this one. Hey, this music probably isn't copyrighted, so we probably ought to play this. Shit. Damn it, play. We can fix this. Now, back in the day on LBP2, this actually sounded really nice. It still kind of does. Yeah, not something I'd put in Leander Saga. Get out of here. Alright, so as we can see, this is a tad on the big side compared to the 11 over there. That's only 2 layers over. Slammed. Alright, let's take a look at the less rubbish area of my LBP2 cars. Where's the F40? I'm gonna look at that, but no, we're gonna look at the... Oh yeah, I forgot, the F40 doesn't work. It's just a shell. But this RX-7 does, and as you can tell, it's still absolutely massive. So we're still gonna use it. Now I've lost my speed sensor. We're gonna go try that too, see how fast it... Wait a second. Where is it? Where is it? I know it. No, it's here. I'm pretty sure it's here. Yes. Alright, prepare to meet your match. Alright, so we have the new... Actually, it's not even new. It's still on the last gen system versus the oh so god awful old. Now, allow me to introduce this. This is the first time. This was probably made. I want to say after. Yeah, this was definitely made after LittleBigPlanet 3 was announced. So, yeah, I pretty much just made a prototype that I had planned to bring into LBP3. That never happened. Because the car I chose to bring it in with might have had the history, you know, it definitely had the history kit on it. I have no idea why this one didn't. Is it the interior? Probably not. Anyway, and this speedo system is probably absolute BS. So, I need to borrow it. Where is it? Where is it? Clyde? Off my feet. Alright.
Yo guys, Top Shot Vision, subscribe. You know, subscribe.
And
makes
this is
a lot better videos than Leander Shaper.
how often you upload, matey. Anyway, okay. Time to see. We're gonna see what this RX-7 does first before we put into a race.
Brother of Leander.
And you can see the RPMs just cut out to 0 because, well, this was LittleBigPlanet 2 me. And no, unless you want to do it with yourself. Anyway, go! Oh, those close range gears. And now we actually have open road to try it, so we'll see what it does. 100. I think this has, hopefully it has more than 5 gears. 6. What will it top out at? Holy crap, I had actually pretty good guessing back then. You know what? This car actually moves. And at the end at 187 miles an hour. Now, I believe this calls for a race. Definitely calls for a race. Yeah. Make it happen. Thank you for game actually working. Okay, this definitely needs a... No. Yes. Alright, let's make it happen. Alright, time to see how this goes. Oh, shit. Alright, here we go! He's kind of gone. Don't worry, VTEC's kicking in, yo! After those short shifts, here comes the power! Holy power! Power! Yeah, I realized while demo kind of not testing out, recording the other one, it doesn't really go above 140, where this one it'll top out. Whoop, finger slipped. And I believe this is when the suspension breaks. So, the old models are faster than they should be. Much faster. Mr. Ford Mustang there. Then the new better models, and also much better done because, well, blueprints are much higher quality as well as actually have a proper sizing and transmission system. So, could you imagine how LittleBigPlanet 2 Leander would have been if there was no tachometer? Oh yeah, speaking of which, speaking of no tachometer, I obviously fell under the numerous just shift down to 5th gear and then holy VTEC yo kicks in. Yep, so they're topping out in 5th gear, the car's still accelerating up to 210 miles an hour. How many nuts are on that rim? Oh, 5 now. Yep. So pretty much this is how to break my old cars. Just shift them down to 5th gear and then there you go. And then there's the resetting. How many gears can we get? Oh, shit, high. Anyway, so what's the main point of this other than just showing my wonderful LittleBigPlanet 2 cars? Dang it, I should have brought a car from the Ford dealership. You know, that one level that gets way too many plays, and it's absolute rubbish. Anyway, what is this showing you? Well, even if you don't think that you are the cream of the crop right now for car making, trust me, in 2 years' time, which I went from that god-awful Mustang to a, well, you know how my cars are now, nicely done, most of the time. Most of the time. Most of the time. And, yeah. Trust me, you get better the more you do it. Even though I usually completely maxed out my poppet in LBP2, don't worry, if you do it enough times, you'll learn and get better. This has been Leander 98, and I'm out.